Hello there, name is Etller Jr. and I am here with two of the rising artists that's going to be performing at VR World in NYC. 2TD, Two-Tone Disco, and of course, say your name. Etller. I want to make sure I wanted you to say it because I have been butchering this man's name for quite a bit, and I feel like if I kept on doing that over and over again, it would just be out of disrespect, and I do not want to hurt anyone's feelings. I mean, this is the co-founder of Shelter VR, and they are going to be rocking with the headliner, yes, Must Die. That's right, the Chaos Must Die. The one who collaborated with Skrillex, VIPs, Must Die. The one who freaking did Crisis Vision and Never Say Die before sadly died, must die. Lee, we absolutely freaking love you, and thank you so much for bringing these incredible people, these two, and Ghozt, and who was the last one? Thrill, yeah. Who was randomly put on there. I like to make sure I give everyone my love. So, 2TD, Etller, Ghozt, Thrill, thank you so much for giving them the spotlight, and I had to talk to these two because, for one, this guy here, like I said, the co-founder of Shelter VR, his own label. Can you run us who the other founder is?
Shelter VR is the nightclub that we run in VR chat. We also have the label called Shelternet. So Shelternet is the label that Etller and I basically head up. So Etller and I run the label, and then for all the world and VR club stuff, it's Shelter VR Club.
Nice.
Basically.
Now, here's the thing I have to ask is, well, this is coming from someone like me who just knew what Shelternet was. I mean, I am just like brand new to like these type of labels, which I kind of want to apologize because I feel like I know like so many like minuscule labels and of course rising labels from like Never Say Die, Disciple, even Forum, which also kind of like birthed itself online with its own like internet group. But if you want to explain to everyone who doesn't know what Shelternet is, what is Shelternet? What's like the purpose of Shelternet? Why was this created?
Ellie, you want to take it?
Yeah, so the reason Shelternet was essentially created is because in the VR space with VR clubbing and stuff, there is a lot of people that just DJ, and then there's actually producers and DJs, like how most producers and DJs play in real life, right? And me being one of those people that have been making music for so long, and I found the VR space, and I'm like, this is my kind of time to like fuck around and have fun, right? I started meeting other producers that I didn't know outside of my own scene on the internet, and I was talking to 2TD, and I was like, we need to make something that actually kind of highlights those people in this space, because it's getting very saturated already, and we need to be able to do something that's like, hey, here's the people that are making music that these kids are playing out, so you at least know. So the main rule of this label is essentially if you release on it, you've either played at Shelter or played in VR before at least.
Wow.
Yeah.
And also, I just want to ask this. I mean, why like use the device of VR to like push this label, to push your vision? Because I mean, there's people who like will just like make a musical label, bring their friends, bring certain artists, and then like make their own stuff. Like Never Say Die, Disciple, Monster Cat. They've done that before and wanted to do something that was never done before. But what made you want to use the highlight that is VR to like make it shine?
I think it's just because the community we had around it, it was just kind of an opportunistic thing, like we saw something that people weren't grabbing on, and we're like, this needs to be grabbed on, like, because if no one grabs on it, it's just going to go away, Yeah,
there's a ton of really talented producers in VR that kind of don't get shine, and they're kind of like live in VR. No one would know who they are regardless.
Or they will like eat, sleep, breathe, and repeat VR pretty much.
Yeah.
Like there's kids that produce in VR. They use their headset and they like go around and they open up Ableton on the computer, but they're in the headset and they like produce music.
Yeah.
Type stuff.
So we're trying to find those people.
Yeah, we're trying to find everyone like that.
DJs DJ their stuff, but no one knows that.
Yes.
So you guys kind of put a spotlight on it, if you ask me. Sorry.
Yeah.
No. I mean, he's also part of like Shelter VR, so we really appreciate that, and I'm happy that again you want to like think outside the box and create something that no one else was really doing. But I mean, I will say this, like, I wouldn't say you guys were like the first ones to do it. I did see other certain like VR projects starting being made. Two for example that I had to give a shout out to because this opened my mind to like people playing music in VR. First off, I had to shout out SLYFEST.
Yes.
SLYFEST. Thank, and also, and I can't mention SLYFEST without mentioning a certain someone who is pretty high up in the VR community, Little Miss PHIA, aka the leader of the virtual reality show. That's where I got a lot of my information from VR from her.
Yeah.
Via your absolute, huh?
Yeah.
She'll be at the event tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're lying.
No.
Yeah, no,
well,
she'll be there. Yeah.
yeah, she's.
You're freaking lying! No!
We got a fan here.
Yeah, yeah.
No, 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 no,
Head of the
no,
fan
no.
club.
Yeah,
I'm sorry for freaking out,
okay.
but no, no.
Yeah.
Okay, 2DD,
Yeah.
2TD,
Yeah.
if it's possible, lead me to her. I gotta shake her hand. I gotta tell her just thank
Yeah,
you.
she'll be there. You should-
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm sorry. I've been watching PHIA for like about, I think it was like over 3 years so far, and it was ProStar, her husband, that was like led me to her, and that's pretty much where it all began from there. So to see her there, oh my god, is this real life? Is this VR? Is this a simulation? What the freak, man? What the freak? Anyway, back to you guys. My apologies for fangirling there.
No.
Well, okay, so I will say this as well, just out of like curiosity, since we're talking about VR, are there any type of like stuff or communities or like say certain like games, programs, apps that like really like that you really love playing or using in VR? Not just Ableton like FL Studio, but anything like out of the leisure side.
Leisure side, I literally only play VR chat. Like
Yeah.
that's the only reason I have it. Like it's because I saw what was going on in here.
Yeah, there's a lot in there besides music events. Like
Yeah.
there's sick ass games that are live in VR chat. There's a bunch of hangout worlds.
Yeah.
For me, it's nice. It is kind of like leisure to go in there and see my friends. Like I can go to a show, or I can go play a game with my friends, or I can go to like a really cool visual world and just hang out. Like I spend most of my time, honestly, like that's how I relax. I just go and hang with my friends. A lot of the people in here in this hotel room, like I met in VR, and I hang out with them almost every day. So I would say other apps, like there's apps you can get, like Etler was saying, where you can pull up Ableton, so excess overlay, and then I forget the other one, but those are useful in VR chat. But yeah, I played like Half-Life Alyx and a couple other games. It's like sometimes Beat Saber if I want to feel like I want to work out.
Yeah, I was gonna wait for you like to mention Beat Saber, because I feel like a lot of people only know VR for just Beat Saber. I mean, I do give my love to Beat Saber, and for like really like bringing VR to like to the mainstream, and also a rhythm game to the mainstream in such a creative way, like combining like a lot of electronic dance music and Star Wars to something that to make its own thing, which I truly appreciate. Beat Saber community, you guys actually crushed it there, but I had to let people know, like, there's more to VR than just Beat Saber. There's more to it than just, losing yourself in a virtual reality in a world. That's kind of like the charm of it, but there's so much more I know. And you guys are using music as a way to really show off that how do I put this? Like really show off what the VR can truly do.
Yeah.
And I feel like even after I hate going back to these years, 2021, 2020, during quarantine, I feel like a lot of people go into VR, and that would be like a savior for them, because it was a way to like interact with people without actually, you don't have to worry about being 6 feet or whatever, because it was just you were seeing those people, their avatars, and what they're doing on that platform. So could you say VR can really help people in that specific way, like feel like you're there even though you're not really there?
Yep.
Yeah, I mean that's Shelternet started because of that. All my tour got canceled. I was supposed to open for Ducky on a massive tour. I was supposed to do some shows with the Hatsune Miku team, and
Wait, Hatsune Miku?
Yeah, I've done a remix for them, and I'm friends with a couple people on their team. So I was supposed to do some events with Hatsune Miku, and that all got canceled for pandemics. So I went in VR just to hang out. Found Kai in there, who's not here, but Kai is a world builder, does all the design, and he's kind of like the brain behind everything.
Wow.
And I found him in a public lobby, just randomly in VR. Asked him to make me a world so I could DJ for just like my close friends. And then we kind of just turned it into Shelter eventually, and it just kind of started from there. But originally it was literally just a space where I was like, I want to play here like every once in a while just to have fun so I can like practice, because I was really down on like everything got ripped away from me. Like I was talking to I had a manager, I was talking to agencies, I was like it was starting to kind of move, and I was like, oh, cool, maybe I'll be able to do this music thing because I've always had a day job, and I kind of just pivoted, and now with VR, I'm doing it in a way where I like feel more comfortable. Like with VR, we have all the control, and like there's this community that actually cares, and like I don't see people as like my fans, I see them as my friends, and it's like I have a deeper connection because like when I meet people, I like know them, and I'm like want to know them as people. Oh, Kai just walked in.
What the fuck?
Hey, Kai, we were just talking about you. I'm sorry. We gotta bring it in. Kai, the world builder. Kai, get your ass over here because, dude. You know what? I'll let you sit down. Man.
This is the interview you walked in on.
He's walking on a little bit of an interview with that. No, sit down, Kai. Sit down, Kai, if you want to. I'm not gonna force anybody. And sir, I am loving the neophoric work right there. It's absolutely freaking incredible.
Yeah.
But dude, Kai, thanks to mentioning Kai, I have to ask about some of these worlds because it's never easy to to create a world out of scratch on VR, of course. So if you're not camera shy, you can sit right there.
I'm good. I was probably gonna go pass out.
Oh,
I
okay.
didn't want to be alive during the show, so
Okay.
we might jump to a different hotel room. But
We'll be done soon.
okay.
Yeah.
Understood, Kai. But if I may ask this one question here, out of all the worlds you created via VR, is there one that you're kind of most proud of?
I hate all of them actually. Yeah. Anyway, I'll see you guys around.
Kai, I'll text you when we're done. We're gonna leave.
Sounds good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes, okay, that much I do understand. Sometimes the creator can sometimes hate what they're making. I mean, from artists to an artist like you, some of the songs that you made over and over again that you didn't think it would work, you kind of hate it in your own way.
Yeah.
Understood. I mean, that's definitely understandable. But moving on, I gotta talk about this too. Must I? Well, first off, how did it feel for you guys to be brought in by Must I? It was kind of like a big honor for you guys.
Well, we're friends with Must I, and we had an opportunity to book a headliner, and we were trying to pick one, and I've always been friends with him, and we reached out to him and was like, hey, like, would you want to play this? I know it's like not his normal type of event. He normally does festivals or mainstream clubs, but he's played in us in VR. He did his album release with us in VR, and we decided to bring him in, and
wow.
he was super open to the idea. He really messes with the whole concept of VR, and he loves the community, and he's one of the best biggest artists I've ever met. In the 12 years I've done things, he's an actual genuine guy that gives a shit.
That is amazing. That's amazing to hear. And sorry to put you guys in the spot, but for the both of you, what's your favorite Must I song and why?
Probably the one with Omimi. I forgot the name of it. What's the name of the song again?
What?
You mean Choose One? No, that's Link. That's Link.
It's the one with it's the one with Onumi, because Onumi is my best friend, and I saw her make that song with him, and it was sick.
Oh yeah, Error. That's the one.
Yeah. I was talking to her the whole time she was making that song. It was fun to see.
Wow.
Shout out to Onumi.
Shout out to Onumi.
Everyone who's a part of Crisis Vision, Onumi, Ducky, Quack. Is it Ducky or Quack House?
It's Ducky.
It's Ducky. I think it's of someone else. Omi. Oh.
The Quack House is their Twitter.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, that's correct. That was why. That's where I remember them from.
Yeah.
So, oh my gosh, sorry for messing up there, but yeah, Ducky and Onumi, we absolutely love you guys so much, and Link as well.
Yeah.
And was he?
Pretty sure Akeos was on the album.
Akeos as well. Akeos and Ice Cream with LLOK, absolutely amazing. And
shout out Kate, for real. Shout out Akeos, for real.
Yeah.
She's absolutely amazing. And your favorite song from Must I?
I like the track with the pom poms, The End of the World.
Don't Even Bother.
Yeah. Don't Even Bother is such a sleeper.
Yeah.
I love. It's just like a pop song, but in his style, because it shows off like he's super versatile. He doesn't. A lot of people like him for his dubstep, but I honestly think Must I's strongest stuff is like the weird stuff he sends me that's like not dubstep but has his flavor to it. Like that song's basically a pop song, but with like must-die sounds, and I love it. It's like my favorite song.
I would say the first time I heard the song "Don't Even Bother," I thought of it as just like almost like his way of like, I can understand the whole pop part there, but I saw it almost kind of his own way of like making a house. So it was because if you listen like the drop of it, it's almost like a house type of thing. You can like dance to it, you can be able to shuffle to it. It has that type of feeling to it. I couldn't believe it, but yeah, Crisis Vision was definitely like a piece of work that showed off like his different types of styles in different types of genres that you don't really expect. I was introduced to him thanks to Skull Kid, and that was like about what 8, 9, maybe 10 years ago, and that was like pure dubstep. But he totally blew me away with a particular album. I could not believe it. And for me, to answer the question for myself, what my favorite song from Must Die is, which is kind of hard because there are so many songs I've heard from him. Like I said, Skull Kid, VIPs with his combo with Skrillex, absolutely blew me away. But if I had to choose one song that absolutely was my absolute favorite from him, it would have to be Hellburst.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, but Hellburst does something to me that I just cannot describe. The way how it flows is just a freaking roller coaster of just certain sounds and certain like ways you not even expect. It just freaking spots my face every single freaking time. If you play that song live on the floor, give me space. I'm going off. That's your warning. That is the warning right there.
I'll stay out the way then.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. But second place is also Nerve Damage. Nerve Damage is also pretty crazy as well. Absolutely amazing. And the remixes, we gotta get rid of the remixes too. Tizoki, Night Punk, and oh my gosh, Abstract. Those are a few people I have off the top of my head who remix some of the songs in Crisis Vision. Absolutely freaking incredible. Oh my god, did they absolutely go freaking hard. But to Must Die, thank you so much for giving people the spotlight to like, do something different, do something unique. I'm so curious and excited to see what you do. So I've asked this as well for Two Tone Disco and Etler. How did you guys get started in your music? Like what really inspired you guys to like make your own albums, your LPs? Tell me.
I've been doing it 12 years. I used to be two people. And then we made like lots of cutesy like kind of anime music, and a lot of times back in the day, Omni Boy was the other part, and he made most of the music, so it had like a very specific style to it. I was like kind of like DJ. I did all the edits and stuff, and I always kind of leaned more towards aggressive and club sounds, and I'd be making my own stuff on the side. And then when he decided to part the project, I kind of just started to pivot it more towards like harder sounds. With Friends was like the first departure from that kind of sound. It still had that kind of fun poppy vibe to it, but after that, like all my new stuff, I'm pivoting to more like hard rave, like stuff that I listen to. I'm just trying to make stuff that I like listen to and enjoy, and like reinterpret it in a way that I feel like is me. And it's kind of like I don't view my music as like some pretentious like outburst of me. It's just something I do for fun. And like if people enjoy it, cool. If they hate it, cool. Like I just kind of want to put it out there into the world, and that's the whole point of my project. I'm not trying to flex on anyone, do crazy sound design. It's just me trying to occupy my time while I still have it.
It's just you making what you want to make.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if it's good or bad, people like it or hate it. As long as it's out there and it shows who you are in music wise.
Yeah.
But I'll ask this as well. Do you think any like work that you make could possibly work in the anime? Because some of the music I heard from you, I think to myself, oh, I can think of a few animes that could definitely use something like this. I
did a song for a J-pop artist, so I've already done like a song for a J-pop artist, and then I licensed a bunch of music to Osu, and then I recently produced a thing for Konami for what's it called, Dance Rush Stardom. So I have like a song in Dance Rush Stardom, and that's I've never really gotten into scoring. Scoring's like a whole different art. Like producing and scoring to me are kind of different. Like I feel like you can transition into it, but writing to like video and trying to convey emotions to a like video piece is completely different to me. So like I don't know if I'd ever be able to like write it. Plus like Japanese like artists, the chord changes and like the way that they write music and that like for animes is just so complex and so like that takes a lot of skill, and I honestly don't think I could reach that level. But if someone's like, hey, I want to use this for this, I'd be like, yeah, sure. But yeah, I don't know. I've never really tried to pursue it, but we'll see. Maybe I have a lot of friends that make it, and they do fine. But
so scoring may not be, might happen in the future, may or may not, but it could or it couldn't. We just won't know until we see what the future holds.
Yeah. Maybe I'll be like, yo, this is the way. Like in a year or so,
Nice.
You never know where you're gonna end up.
Yeah, it is very true. You never know. And Etler, what made you like start producing and making your music?
So I was...
Or like who inspired you as well?
Who inspired me and stuff. Okay, so when I was 10 years old, my dad tried to get a guitar for my brother, and I ended up stealing it from him and learning like instruments and stuff. And then from then on forward, I think in that same month actually. So the timeline is stole my brother's guitar, and then he just let me take it. Started learning guitar, and then I found Deadmau5, and he was doing like Twitch streams at the time, and I pretty much from the age of 10 to now, I've essentially just watched people produce music and then also learn instruments at the same time, and it got to a point where I've been doing music for like so long, and since I was so young, I'm so open to just everything. Like I haven't found a genre of music I don't like or a style I don't like, so everything I make is very off the whim. But when I actually focus on a specific sound, it's usually inspired by people like Arca or Sophie, or more like underground, like queer club artists and stuff, and a lot of more experimental music in general. And the whole like kind of sound designier side of the scene, I've been more inspired by in general, and it kind of stuck an ear in me, I think about 2 or 3 years ago, and it just it's been kind of going like that ever since. So I make a lot of different stuff. I make like dance music and not dance music a lot. Like I do both.
You just do both, but
Yeah.
but you don't like putting yourself in like one genre, like in one box.
No, I think there's the funniest thing about me is I've had people get mad at me because I switch up so much. I've had people literally like be like, why do you change like what you make all the time? And I'm like, oh, I'm just bored like with it, Like I have a specific sound I focus on because I want to like make it something interesting, because I've been told not a lot of people do it. But like that takes time to work on, and I've been doing this for so long, I can make music quick. So if I have like an ADHD burst and I want to make like 4 jungle tracks in like 3 days, I'm just gonna make 4 jungle tracks in 3 days. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I've had people get on to me for that, because I'm like him, where it's just like, if I want music out in the world, I'm just gonna put it out there, And
I really do give my respect to you for like still like sticking to who you are, and like what you want to make, because I feel like the musical world, especially we're talking like this like underground, whether it's like VR, like on stage or in clubs, we need to be more open-minded to like the stuff that people are creating, and like people and like hate on people who are doing something that's like different.
Yeah.
I mean, again, like if you stay stagnant, or like stay like in your own bubble, if you stay in your own like genre or your own box that people put you in, like it feels fun because you can do it, but you're not really growing.
Exactly.
And that's why again, I'm going back to Must-Die, I'm going back to Crisis Vision. I feel that's like a perfect example of someone who wanted to make something different, try to make something new, or try to make something that they wouldn't normally make, and look at the success that had, and look at all the certain things he's able to do. It shows the versatility in the artist I absolutely love, and it's like, do not be afraid of what the audience thinks. If not loving it, they're not loving it. At least it's still you and what you're doing. Exactly. And believe me, I don't care if like people are just standing still when you play your set. When you play your set soon, if you only have one person that's dancing who's really loving it, guess what? That's all that matters. Sometimes if it touches one person, that's all that matters. And I have been in places where I was the only one who would be rocking out to a song, to an artist that no one really knew, that no one would care about. But guess what? I don't care, because I keep saying over and over again, it's people like you that, with that type of mindset, with that type of philosophy when it comes to music, you guys are going to be going places. And I hope more and more people can be more open-minded to the stuff you're creating. Yeah. I feel like if I may add an idea in your head with all like the music that you would make, if you had a feeling, if you had a type of like urge in your system, and you just want to make it, I would say, dude, I can just imagine like an LP of like you and like your mind, like all these type of like parts of the brain being like a certain genre, being a certain type of style, and let people like enter into your mind, enter into your brain, and see like what type of stuff I can make, who I am, this is me, and no one can tell me anything because this is who I am, and this and nothing's gonna change this.
Yeah.
I feel like I would love to like see something where it's like you stay true to your roots, stay true to like how you got where you are now, but don't be afraid to experiment, don't be afraid to be weird, don't be afraid to go crazy. No one should be afraid of that. We shouldn't be holding ourselves back, because what good is that gonna do for anyone?
Exactly.
For you, for anybody. That's basically why I'm learning from this. So Etller, keep doing what you're doing. 2TD, keep making what you're making. Keep putting it out there and let people know who you are. Let people know who you are. And the same thing to you. The other artists again, Ghozt and Thrill. To you guys, if you see this, please remember that as well. I mean, we have so many people out there who are making such incredible music and who are taking a step forward out of their comfort zone. Again, go to Must I, but I can go to so many other people as well, and it's going to be a long list, or else we'll be here for hours. But that's pretty much all I have to say to you guys out there. Just a bit of like encouragement to the little guys out there who want to make their own sound. Make it. Be brave, be creative, just be who you are. That's pretty much all I have to say there. So 2TD, Etller, thank you so much for your incredible work. Thank you so much for this label, for Shelternet. And you never know, you might see me enter into VR. I've been really trying to get into it for a pretty long time. I mean, thanks to PHIA, thanks to so many other places that are tampering into VR. Like there's one place I went to in NYC called the PHIA Center, which had their own VR booths, and you're able to try out Beat Saber, only Beat Saber, but other things as well. So it's really literally calling out to me, thinking to myself, you know what? Maybe I will buy my own headsets. Maybe not, about Index, which costs like what, $1,000?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, thank you. I don't need that finger tracking movement to show my fingers, show my middle fingers. No, I don't need any of that. All I need is just 2 good controllers. There's a headset that fits my big head. That's pretty hard-headed, my mom says, and just go off. I mean, I'll stick with just Beat Saber because that's really my forte, and I really love falling to the beat of the music. It's absolutely incredible, and who knows? Hopefully, Beat Saber will contact you, and you guys can have some of your tracks be put in there. I would love to rock out some of your tracks. I mean, hello. It happened to Mosscat. It happened to Poor Robinson, aka Virtual Self with Ghost Voice, with Angel Voices, I believe. So it could happen for you guys too. I mean, with how heavy you guys are in VR, it's absolutely incredible. And last question I want to ask is this: whether in the VR world or in the real world, is there any person or event you wish you could be a part of? I mean, it could be SLYFEST, heck, it can be Muzz's VR concerts, which are absolutely freaking insane. Oh my god, I love you, Muzz. Whatever, who would you want to work with? What types of events you want to be part of in the future?
What do you think?
No, I wouldn't say there's anything I'm really happy with.
Yeah, Shelter's good.
Yeah,
we're happy with Shelter.
I think VR side of things, I think some of the smaller community events that don't get as much shine, like Resumu is really good. They have some of the best artists that come into VR. Yeah. And then
Resumu, is that
Resumu VR. And then there's a bunch of other smaller artists.
Like
Rage House. There's just a ton of small little parties that kind of don't get as much shine. So I think working with some of the smaller communities and trying to do something bigger. So yeah, I think that's where I would want to focus. Yeah, and lift more people up.
And and can you also say you can also want to also build Shelternet up a bit more, because some of this stuff, because I've been looking at the SoundCloud as well. I've been seeing your work and everyone else's work as well in that particular label. But with what I'm hearing, I hear the potential. I see the potential in every single person on there. So I only hope that Shelternet just grows and grows, and more people can be able to create more of their work if they want to with VR, and it would be incredible. I hopefully that's the plan for Shelternet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
100%.
Yeah.
Just keep going.
That is good to know. Just keep moving forward with Shelternet, because what you guys are creating right now is an absolute gem that deserves to be heard, deserves to be deserves to be seen in the community. Not, I mean, I hope maybe SLYFEST, if you're seeing this, give these guys a showcase. Give them a VR showcase.
We're buddies with the guy.
You are?
Yeah. I played.
Why did that not happen already? That's why I want to know.
I played there. Yeah. Sly's a good friend. So.
Sly's our buddy.
Oh yeah. I did see you play there, but I was thinking to myself, if I knew that Shelternet existed, I'd be like, why is there not a showcase? Why is not like a space for like for you two and everyone else who's a part of Shelternet to create something there?
I feel like we get enough shine as it is.
Yeah, so it's like I'd rather not have.
Yeah,
more.
for me,
like in the VR space, we get more than enough.
Yeah, in the VR space.
Like when it comes to like how many people show up every other weekend, like you can't beat it. Yeah. It's like we're doing fine. I'd rather help the small people at this point.
Yeah,
like,
I feel like
it's like we're focused on me and him are focused on stuff that we're doing like tonight. Like it's like that's the next step, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, but it's the finding the mesh, right? Like, but for when it comes to like the community in VR and like doing anything else, other, like promotion wise, like Shelter's the last group that needs it. Like literally. Yeah. Like we're fine. Like so, it's like if anything, I'd want to be like, let's get Sly on for a show or something.
Yeah,
I feel
like it'd be better to help smaller artists that are lesser known. Like that's the whole point.
Yeah, it's literally the whole point. So it's like, we're doing good.
Understood, and I understand you guys get more than enough shine, which is great. But this coming from someone like me who wants to make sure that you guys are are known out there, and you guys can hopefully get a bit more shine. I mean, a little more doesn't technically hurt, does it?
Some not always, but I'm happy.
Yeah,
I'm super happy where I'm at.
We're content.
And I'm putting out music. Yeah. People are enjoying it. I've got more shows coming up. Like I'm just keep going.
Good.
That's amazing to hear. And of course, like we're just gonna focus on the now, which is tonight. So let's focus on that tonight, and I cannot freaking wait. Thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate you guys so much. This Level Junior, 2TD, Etler, and everyone in Shelter VR and Shelter. Say it again.
Shelternet.
And Shelternet.
Yeah.
Signing out. Peace.